Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. Today we are going to go over all the products I have been using in April for my shop, my stash, and we're going to go into my collection and pick out some new stuff for May. So that is very exciting because my beauty room is finally finished. I have made a full series about that. I have posted it last week. I will link the playlist up here, but you can see how it is, you know, right now, how it has become, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of it. So please watch those videos. It's very fun, and we are going to dive into the collection and pick some stuff for May. I haven't done that yet, so that's fun. I'm going to really film this that after this video, but let's just go over to these products, and I want to let you know what I thought of them. Alright, let's start with the eyeshadow palette. I have been using this Marc Jacob eyeshadow palette, and it's, what's it called? The Fantasine is the 790 one. Yeah, 790. And I must say, I bought this when I was in New York in October of 2018, and I got it because I thought this color story was so stunning. And this was before I knew that these types of shades, like these and this one, isn't really like the best shade for my eyes and skin tone. I don't know why, but I think it can make me look like I have a little bit of a cry eye, so I have to keep it very far in my outer corner, and then it's okay. But if I drag it too far down my eye, then it doesn't look cute. But I have really fallen in love with this eyeshadow palette, because there are, the mattes are like stunning, especially this one. I'm the worst at swatching on camera, but this shade is, I'm wearing that all through my crease. It's so very beautiful. Oh my god, I love that tone. And then also this one is very, it's like a deeper, more cooler tone than this one, and those two pair very nicely. And I really like the fact that you can just take this one, not go into like this more peachy pink shade, but just use this and make it more cool, make it more cool. And then this one is really nice as well, because it's like more of a bronzy gold. And what I like about that is that this type of color goes really well with the color of my eyes. So I really enjoyed this. And also this deeper shade, I'm going to swatch that as well. This one, I think this is like a chocolate brown, but it has like some plumminess to it as well, which makes it very unique and very flattering to deepen out your outer corner. I really love it. I am, I don't want to say I'm not a fan of the shimmers, it's just that you have to know how to work them. I have put this one over my lid. It's more of a like orangey salmon. I'm really rubbing it in because it's very crumbly, so it's nice. And then you have this one, and it's more pinky, and it's more of a topper shade, but it's very flaky and crumbly, so it's a bit hard to work with. But if you swatch it and you really rub it in, it's really cute. So yeah, I don't know, if I put it over that orange one, it gives it a very nice dimension. You see what happens? It gets this nice pink shift. So you can do something, in theory, I would say you can do some very cool things with this one. The only thing is that I don't think it translates that easy on the eye, or you have to apply it with your finger. And you know what I'm like, I don't like to apply stuff with my finger, so I don't think it's a bad palette necessarily because of that, or bad shades because of that. It's just, you have to know how to work with them. But other than that, I am really glad I took this as my palette for my shop, my stash this month, because I really want to form an opinion about it. And I must say, I am really happy that I got it. I'm really glad that I bought this, because I think it's very unique to my collection, and I think it really adds something to my collection. So even though there are some shades I'm like, I really I'm really glad that I got this. Then I have been playing with this Ladybird, I think it is, yes, Super Shock Shadow from Colourpop. And yeah, the thing with Super Shock shadows for me is that they are so flaky and finicky that I was like, okay, I really have to learn how to work with them to appreciate them, because you know, when you swatched it on the bottom, it's stunning. It is stunning. And it enhances, like if you use it as a topper, it enhances so many shades and so many shadows that I think they really do have a place in the collection, but I really, really needed to figure out how to use them. And I don't really like the fact that they can dry out. They haven't yet on me, so that's, you know, that's fine. But I know they will at some point if you don't use them enough. Today I used them. Use this one in my inner corner. I dragged it a little bit over my lid, if you can see. And then I put a lot of it in my inner corner. And what I did is I put a little bit of e.l.f. body primer down, this one, because I've seen a lot of people using this as an eyeshadow primer. I don't really know if I would use it as an eyeshadow primer, because I don't think it would, you know, cancel out my veins and discoloration on my eye enough. But it's like a base for sticky, like if you don't want to use a glitter glue, because for me, if I use a glitter glue, it's going to get too foiled. But if you use something like this, it is transparent and it sticks very nicely. And also it moves a bit, so you can actually work the shadow a little bit more. I also use this stuff for swatches on my Instagram. So I think that it's a very nice product, but that wasn't in this week's, this month, it was in last month. But I used that to adhere the Super Shock Shadow and Ladybird. And I think that I'm glad I got this. I think I got this on recommendation from BeautybyAnneChris. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because it's so neutral. You can really combine it with everything. It's like a very, like a light pinky shift. But more than that, it's not more than a light pinky shift. So you can combine it with so much. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Had to change my battery, sorry. So if I look a little bit different, then that's why. Let's move on. I have also been using this Tom Ford Shutter Lash Mascara. And I bought this when it was on sale, I think last summer. And I think I used it within like a month of buying it once. And then it was way too wet of a formula. So I let it be for months. And I know technically you should change it out within 3 months. But come on, it's a Tom Ford mascara. I'm not going to change it in 3 months if it's still working fine. Also, I know that Michelle Wong really loves Tom Ford mascaras because they last so long. And I wanted to I'm just going to use this thing until it's done. I don't mind this mascara. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? I hope you can see. It's like it coats my lashes and it makes them really like fluttery. So if I'm not using like a very bold eye look, I think this is even too bold for that. But if I'm having something very natural and just a little bit of liner, a very natural look, then I think it's fine. Then this works fine. It doesn't give me as much volume as my Monsieur Big does. It does give it enough length. It's just that I don't have a lot of lashes. They're quite long. The ones I have are quite long. They just don't have a lot of volume. So this one doesn't give enough volume, but it gives enough when I'm like going for a light no makeup look. So I don't mind this. It's just I'm not going to buy it again. When it's done, I'm not going to buy it again. But I didn't mind using this, and I'm actually glad that I got to use it. Then from very bougie to something very cheap, this is the Goodbye Pores Prime and Fine Primer by Catrice. Didn't really like this product, and the reason why is, one, it smells like, I don't know. I think they tried to give it a bit of a smell so it wouldn't smell so chemically, but other than that, it smells really chemically, and I don't really vibe with that. Secondly, I think the texture is okay. It's nice, and I can imagine that it would work for some skin tones or some skin types, not tones, types, sorry, skin types. It has a very silicone feel to it. It does minimize my pores. I must say it does what it says that it does. It's just that with me, I have a bit of an oily T-zone, and I only use it here in my T-zone, a little bit on my chin and a little bit up here, and it gets oily. It gets oilier far sooner than like the Professional by Benefit. I don't even like that one that much. And it also does it more than the Pore Minimizing Primer by Smashbox. I really like that one. And that also at the end of the day makes my skin a little bit more oily. But this goes, yeah, this does it very, very more quickly than the other one does. So this is something I'm probably going to declutter because it's not for me. It's just not for me and I don't enjoy using it that much. So yeah. Then the Bare Minerals foundation. I've been struggling with this one. Everybody knows this is a foundation you really have to know how to work. And they say you use very little. You use a very dense like buffing brush. Like I use this one, but you need something that is even more like kabuki dense. And when I do that, I notice that it's just disrupting itself. So yeah, that is really, I don't know. So what I've been trying to do is use like, this is quite firm. It doesn't look like it. It's quite firm. It's the Jacqueline Hill JH01. If I use this to powder my face, it's too firm to powder my face because it disrupts my foundation. So I thought it would be like a perfect, like not too firm but not too fluffy either, to pair with this foundation. And I must say that if I use it with this, it's okay. It's okay. It has a better finish, a more skin-like finish, I think, than like the powder foundation from MAC, the Fix Plus. I always say that. The Studio Fix. It has a better finish than that because it's more like skin-like. I think there's just a teensy bit of a shimmer in here. But what it does, it's like if I put it on, and it's not really my shade, it's a bit too light. But if I put it on, it looks a bit too powdery. So what I've done, I've been really testing this. I have used it with this primer, it breaks down like, but that's just a primer. So I've used it with primers I know and love. I use the Pore Minimizing from Smashbox because I know that it's not going to make this zone oily too fast. And I know it's going to really fill in those pores. So I used it with that. And with my MAC, well, the illuminating one. Doesn't matter, we're not talking about that. But that's my favorite primer. I know everything, every foundation works beautifully over that primer. But this one, it's like when you put it on, it's too powdery. It needs to, your skin needs to really warm it up and it needs to sink in your skin. Then it's like, I wouldn't say beautiful, but it's very nice for like an hour. And then it starts to break down. So it's like an avocado. Avocado is going to be perfectly ripe for 1 hour and then it's going to go to shit. And this is the same thing. This breaks down on me so quickly, and it's not even like I have very oily skin. I have just normal skin with a slightly oily T-zone. It's nothing special. I don't know. It also does sit a little bit funny on my like pore area. I don't know. I gave it a try. It's not too bad. So I think I'm just going to take it with me when I go on a holiday. If we want to go to Sweden, and I'm just going to take this one because it gives me a light. If I need some foundation, I just use this. It's fine. I'm not going to do a lot of makeup, but I really want to use this up. So it's probably going to end up in a panning, in my panning project at some point. Okay, I know it's not for me now. I've tried. But it's not bad enough to declutter, so same for this one. This is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. I got it in the shade C4. It's a perfect shade for me. And I must say, the coverage is okay. I think it would be better if you use more. But if I use more, it's going to look so cakey. So you see me applying it, and I use just like dot, dot, dot. That's all I use. It's enough. It looks okay. I don't powder it down because if I do, it makes my under eyes look like, I don't know, the desert. I don't mind this. It's just seriously not holy grail status. It's just something I can chuck on. It would be fine. It's too light to use on my skin because it's really lighter than my skin tone, and I can use it to brighten up my under eye. But other than that, it's fine. It's fine. It's not great. It's fine. Then something I have really been enjoying is this Laguna bronzer. This is a mini, and I must say I really like this tone because it's like, I don't know if it will show up in a swatch, But what I really like about it, that it has a little bit of a sheen. It's over here. It has a bit of a sheen. It's not too warm, as you can see, but it's warm enough to really bronze up the face. But I really like that it's not that orange. It doesn't pull orange on me at all. I really, really like it. I have a very big mirror right now. That's nice. I can actually look at myself. And what I do love, I'm not someone who really loves like a shiny highlighter type of bronzer, but I really love that this has a bit of a sheen. You can see it in the pen a little bit. It's like a bit creamy, and because of that it gives a very nice natural finish and not too powdery. So I really love this for the tone, for the blendability, for the finish. This has been a hit for me. And then I also had the other product by NARS, the Mini Orgasm, and this one, I was talking about this blush with a friend on Instagram. She's also on YouTube. I will link her Instagram and her YouTube down below. She's called Ginger the Neve, I think, or Ginger the Neve, if you want to say it in English. And she's a pro MUA, or learning for it, I believe, or I don't know. She's very talented. Follow her because she's just started her YouTube channel and she's doing a lot of lovely looks. And we were talking about this one, and what I really think is fun is like it's a very, very bright corally color. Well, we know it, you know. But you know, this is one swipe. It doesn't show up, and it's like doing a very heavy swatch of it. Yeah, that's my problem. The thing is, I really love the tone. I really do love it. But the problem is, because of that shimmer, if you look straight at it, it's like a gold shimmer and it hides the color. So if I put it on, you see me putting it on, I whack it on because I feel like you don't see it enough. And I think that is just such a shame because I really love the tone of it, but because of that shimmer, because of that golden shimmer, I think that everybody loves, because it makes it a little bit more unique. For me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I think I'm just going to declutter this one. I'm just going to give it away to someone because it's not working for me. It's not like I'm like, okay, it's a bad product because it gives a very nice finish, but I don't see that color. And because it's such a corally pop, I want that corally pop on my face. I don't need the shimmer. I don't need it to be going away, like disappearing. Let's go to something I really, really, really love. And this is the Nabla Skin Glazing in the shade Amnesia. This is just a stunning product. Look at that packaging. It's like very, it's not luxe, but it's quality, you know, it's not, and it's fun. It's like the see-through plastic. It's a little bit pinky. They have, I think, 5 or 6 shades. They even have these very deep red ones that would make a lovely blush topper if you like a shimmery blush, which would look great in summer. Yeah, and I really enjoy this formula. I don't know if I can really swatch it for you. I'll just swatch it on my finger. You can see it better like that. It's like a champagne color, and I think it's perfect for my skin tone. I use a MAC 217S, I believe this is. No, it's a 128 or 120S. I don't know. It's rubbed off. I use this. It's quite dense, but because of that, you can really buff it in. And this this highlighter, this skin glazing, really allows you to like buff it in. Not every highlighter does that, but because of this formula, it does. I think it's a little bit more creamy, and because you can really buff it in, it gives this like beautiful glow from within, like glow on your skin without looking very like you have this beam of highlight and it's emphasizing texture and emphasizing your texture and anything like that. It's just this nice sheen. It's very complimentary to your skin, and I'm 37 and I've got some wrinkles. So girl, if it's working for me and you're younger than me, your skin is like really tight, you can get gloss skin finish with this one. So this is big favorite. Then I have the Tom Ford, what's it called? It's the lip color Sheer in 08 Carolyn. I can't really find this. This is mini. I got it together with this mascara when it was on sale at the BeautybyAnneChris, and I can't really see it anywhere, but I really love this little, I'm going to just doing a Mel Thompson. Mel does it always on. You see how beautiful it is? It has this like very nice sheen. And the color is really like a peachy, goldeny pink. I really think it is so dang flattering, and I'm so glad I finally get, you know, that stupid thing out of my head that it would be a waste to use, because it's so nice. The only thing I am like a little bit bummed about is that you can't find it in a full size. I just can't find it in a full size anymore, so that is a bit like a bummer. I'm wearing it today just on its own with a little bit of lip liner, but I've also been using it. I'm going to get it. I also used it with my date, color from Bite. This is the color I have been, or the mini lipstick I have been panning. That is the color without it, but if you top it off with this one, it gives it, it's very nice, beautiful sheen, makes it a little bit lighter, but this is quite, it's not like very matte, but it's a bit matte. It's a matter formula, matter, very nice English, very nice. So yeah, so I think it's very nice to pair it off if you don't think you get a lot of color payoff just on its own. The only thing I have to keep watching is that I don't get those white rims. So that's the thing. Then the last thing before we dive into my collection and get some new products. This is the 3-in-1 Beauty Water by Physicians Formula. It's always a bit difficult name for me. And it's the perfect matcha one. And I think technically this is just a skincare product. There's something in here. I don't know what is in here that makes it like... If it has been standing for a bit, you can actually see some white residue. But I think that is just like an oil or something, you know, like nourishing the skin. And what I really like about this is that it really nourishes the skin. So I think this would be a perfect finishing spray for when you're using a powder foundation. If I'm using a liquid, it's okay, but it's like, because it's more of a skincare product, it's not breaking your foundation down or anything, but it makes it leaves it a little bit more sticky. So yeah, I think you have to keep that in mind. And it's technically, you know, a skincare product. I was just using it as a setting spray because I wanted to see if it would work. And I do think it works with the right foundation. So if you have something that's maybe very matte or too mattifying, or you are using, like I said, a powder foundation and you really want it to sink into your skin and you don't want to buy Fix Plus, then this is a good alternative in my opinion. Okay, so that was it for this month's products. Let's dive into my collection and get some new stuff. Okay, with the risk of making you a little bit seasick, but here is my little box. And I think we're going to start with some face products. So I'm just going to open that drawer. And I have got this primer by Smashbox. This one, I just got it from Kate in my for my birthday box. I will link the video in the cards. And I really want to try this one out because I really like to pour minimizing one, and this is the photo finish, if it wants to focus. Photo. Well, you know, the photo finish primer, that is what I want to use because I really want to, get a feel for it. Then I think for foundation, I was thinking about this. I have a few, and I was thinking maybe it would be a good thing to use something like the Candid Revlon again. This is a little bit darker for me, but I think that my skin is getting enough of a tan to actually pull this off. So I really want to try this because when I bought this, I just used it a few times and not enough to really get to know it. So I wanted to get to know it a little bit better. So I'm going to use this one. Then for a concealer, you know what? We're going to try this new one by Colourpop. This is the Pretty Fresh one. I have it in Light 40N. And yeah, let's give this concealer a whirl, shall we? And then I really want to use this one again. It's the Dewy Too Faced powder. It's a Fresh Glow translucent setting powder, and I remember liking this, but it has this like pinkish glow to it, or a pinkish shift to it. So I think it would be good to pair it with the Candid. If the Candid is going to be too dark, then that's a good one to pair it with. Okay, let's find some bronzer. You know, I'm going to pull this one. Let me turn it around. I'm going to use this one, the Milani. I haven't used it yet. It's still in its packaging, and I really wanted to get it because a lot of YouTubers are recommending this one. So I really want to try this, and I'm going to do that this month. This is in the shade 01 Sunlight. So I'm going to try that one as a bronzer. Is there a blush I haven't been using? Yes, let's do this one. I am going to use the Hourglass. Oh, you can see me. Hi. I'm going to use the Hourglass one. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush in Diffused Heat. I'm going to see if I can open it with one hand. I don't think so, but maybe. It's like a very nice corally shade, but this one has a lot of that white thrown in there as well. So I think it could be, you know, a better one than the Orgasm one. So I just want to try that one, and I think it would be, yeah, fun for summer or like the warmer weather now. And let's get a highlighter. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull this one. It's a pinkish highlighter by 50/50, and this is a Rotterdam-based, I live in Rotterdam-based indie brand. I recently did a look with their spring palette. Look at this. It's so stunning. And I'm going to use this. It has a bit of a pink finish, but it's not too extreme, so I really like that. Okay, then we only need a eyeshadow palette, I think. And I think, let's stay bougie, shall we? I really want to, I've been thinking a bit about this. I want to use this Carly Bible palette for a bit, because I have bought this on like a whim. I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to Anastasia. I'm really glad that they launched that Emrezy palette, because it's too big and it doesn't fit like with the rest. So I want to use this a little bit more because, yeah, I bought it, so I think I should use it. So let's just put it in there. Okay, what do we need? We need some lippies. I'm going to think about a lippy. Do we want something for the brows? Yeah, I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to pull this Anastasia one. I bought this because I know a lot of people have it, and this is seriously something like YouTube made me buy it. So I really want to try this, get a feel for it, and yeah, see if I like it. So I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash as well. Then I think I'm going to pull this another brow product, and then I'm going to take pull a lippy. I don't need a full face every time I do a Shop My Stash, so I'm going to leave it like this. I want to get to know this Hema Brow Lifter and Highlighter. I think I want to pen it, and I want to see if I like it enough to pen it. So I'm going to use this for a month, try it out and see what I think, and see if I want to pen it or if I'm just going to declutter. So this is what is in here right now. Let me see. This is what we got right now. We got a lot of pinky, pinky theme. What are we going to do for lips? What are we going to do for lips, guys? I think I should get something I haven't been using a lot. Is this an idea? The fuzzy. Yeah, but I have been doing a lot of Fenty lately. You know what I think I should do? I just use this. I think I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown. It doesn't want to focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus, but this is the Bobbi Brown. What's it called? It's the Hippie Shake, and it's this crushed liquid lip. All right, well, we got a new basket, so that's very interesting. And we got a new basket, and I'm going to try this for a month, and then at the end of the month or in the middle of June, I'm going to let you know what I think of these products. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Bye!